that being said, let's go ahead and let's move into our main topic for the night.
That's the longest intro ever. The whole movie.
Shut up, Josh.
Shut up, Bob.
All right. So for this week, again, our movie was The Princess Bride. We thought that would be a good one following Valentine's Day. And this movie is, how shall I say it? I think this is a perfect movie for all ages.
Yes.
I don't think it's necessarily a perfect movie, but it is definitely a perfect movie for all ages. This is a movie that it doesn't matter if you're an adult, if you're a child. You could put a bunch of kids in a room, turn this on, and they'll be entertained. You could have adults out on a date, and they're going to love this thing. Who was it? I don't know if it was you, Meister, who said that there was a group. No, it wasn't you. It was Normie. Had post over on Criticlist. He had said that he had a group of college guys, and they had the poster for the Princess Bride up in their dorm room. Wow. And I mean, that's how cool it is. A bunch of college guys had this up there. This is one that anybody can like. So I was really looking forward to talking about this one. Lily, let's get into your thoughts first. Just give us your general impressions of the movie. We'll get into Josh's mind and then any discussion we want to have.
Yeah, well, just looking at everybody's list, this movie is probably one of the, like Bob just finished saying, I think it's very rare to find somebody who hasn't A, seen this movie, or B, if they have seen it, will always tell you that it's a really, really good movie because it has everything in it. It has a little bit of comedy. It has some drama. It has a love story, but it also has a lot of fights, and it has everything in it. But I love it, obviously, because it's like a romance movie. And right from the beginning, they get you with like Buttercup and her farm boy, where he's secretly telling her that he loves her. Yes, oh my gosh, I think it's just so cute though that he's like, as you wish, until she like finally gets it that that's his way of telling her that he loves her, and I'm like, like it makes me die every single time. Sorry.
I didn't realize that was what's her name's first movie.
Robin Wright. Yes,
yeah, right. Introducing Robin Wright.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, but no, it's just so good. I just love following all the adventure with all the characters. Like they give you like, and then what I love the most is it was Fred Savage, right? Fred Savage's like little reactions to all the love stuff because he's like, ew, I don't want to see any of this. And then the grandpa
reactions are great because they keep interrupting the story as it's going, but not just for the kissing scenes. They're like the scene, for example, with the eels, where she jumps into the water, and all of a sudden the grandfather stops, and he's like, "She doesn't get eaten by the eel," and he's like, "What?" And then they show him, and he's gripping like the
No, but I love it because as you're watching it, you're having those same thoughts too. Like at the end where he's like, "Oh yeah, like Princess Buttercup marries Prince Humperdinck," and he's like, "No, this can't happen. What do you mean?"
He's like, "You're messing up the story. Now get it right.
You're messing up the story. Get it right." And I'm like, yes. Do you tell him?
You know, Lily, they're going to do a remake with Austin Butler. You know, watch it?
Oh my God!
It's funny that you said that because Lily messaged me earlier when she was watching it. Yeah. She showed a picture of Wesley and a picture of Austin Butler, and she's like, I got brainwashed early at an early age.
I did. I told him that I saw this movie in all of my transformative years, and
Yes.
when
Wow.
I saw Austin in the Shannara Chronicles, and he looks exactly like Carrie in this movie.
It's so funny. Bob and I mention a celebrity and we say, oh, Heath Ledger or Jack Nichols or whatever. And Lily's like, and Austin. Like, on a first name basis. She's like, and I saw Austin just the other day on the TV.
I know, it's like she's on a first name basis with
Yes,
you.
yes,
She's
I
like,
have.
and I just was so, I was laughing at Austin the whole time.
But yeah, no, that's funny that
Yeah.
you mentioned that, Josh, because that's exactly the message that I
That's
saw.
funny.
I was like, oh my God, this is creepy. Like the very first 5 minutes of the movie, I was like, I think this is what happened.
Because he does kind of look like Austin Butler in the scene where she comes up to him, farm boy, and whatnot, and he's just
Harry
staring
Elvis
at when he's
looks like Austin
when he's
Butler.
He
brushing
does.
the horse.
No way.
Bob, I will give you permission to show the pictures that I sent you.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Thank
real
you.
quick.
Uh-oh. Good Lord.
Because I was like, what the heck? I'm like, my brain was rewired at a young age, and I saw Austin and went, wait, I have seen this before.
You wish.
So, okay, let me share my screen here, and so you can see.
As you wish.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Okay,
the
so-
rodent. The rodent.
Okay, so there you go. So there you got Austin Butler, right?
Okay.
Oh, the other one failed to load. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, Bobby screwed up.
Let me refresh. It's showing
Oh,
failed to
no.
load.
Why is it
Let
not
me pull it
loading?
up here. All right, I'll just pull it up here. There you go.
Maybe
If
a
you
little.
look- Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He kind of resembles him.
Tiny bit.
No, he really does though.
Yeah, he does.
He's got the same color hair, eyes, the lips.
Lily's like, and you agree with me right now, Josh, okay? Analyzing his features. You see
Yeah,
that tone?
Dixie, I agree. That TV show was complete trash. The books were so good. I don't know what they were trying to do with that TV show, to be honest.
Oh, that is funny.
But
All right,
anyway,
well,
sorry.
no, you're good.
Derailed we just derailed the
I know
whole
we got
show.
off on Austin Butler.
Well,
Okay.
Josh, I don't
I
know why
know.
Josh had to bring it up. It's his fault.
I was thinking because you're on a first name basis with them. Oh, Austin, will you please do a Princess Bride?
All right. So what else what other thoughts you got about the Princess Bride?
Well, no, I just love that we just get to follow the entire cast of the characters and kind of get to know everybody as you go along. And it's such a fun little adventure, everything that they're kind of going through. And I don't know, this is just such an easy, fun, and happy movie for you to kind of watch along the way. Like you said, it's good for everybody of all ages. And everybody who's seen it, I don't think there's one person who's ever told me that they didn't like this movie. So
Oh, no.
Dixie better not come out and be like, yeah, I hated it. So
No. Dixie actually liked it. I saw his
Okay.
review up
Oh,
on
he totally liked it.
up on Critic List, so I
Okay,
know he
good.
liked it. All right, what do you think, Josh?
Oh, I love it. So this is the truth. Okay. I didn't know if I would have time this week to watch. I've seen this movie so many times in my life. Okay. This is one of them. I've watched it with my daughter. I've watched it with my wife. I know
See,
it.
what that is Josh saying, I've seen it. Do I have to watch it again?
Exactly. I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to turn it on. And I was hooked. I just was like, it is still fantastic. The part that I laughed that I forgot about, and it's when she says goodbye to the old man. I don't want to say exactly what she was saying, what she wanted to do, but I imagine him as a diminutive size. Yes, you're right. You're right, Dixie.
Dixie.
Yes.
See, this is what happens. I talk and then Dixie comes
Oh,
in.
but you know what that's from, right, Josh?
from the movie.
Where she asks when they go into the fire swamp, and she says, "What about the ROUSs?"
Yes.
And he says, rodents of unusual size.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the part where, she basically sees the old man and she gives him a kiss. She's like, "I'll never see you again." And it's like the serious part where she says what she's going to go do. And he looks at the way he's like, "She gave me a kiss."
Well, it's because she says, "Well, I'm doing myself in the morning." He's like,
Right.
"Won't that be nice?"
Yeah.
No idea
Oh
what
my
she's talking
gosh.
He has no idea what she's talking about. It was great to see Andre and Manny Patinkin is so good. Oh my God. Just, they had such great chemistry together. And then what's his inconceivable.
Massini, yeah. Massini's great.
Inconceivable. He reminds me of me, just like upset. And finally he's like, "I switched it." And he just like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny about that scene is that he's sitting there trying to outsmart him, and he's like, "Only a great fool would reach for what he's given. I'm not a great fool, so I can't choose the wine in front of me." But you must have known that, so I can't choose the wine in front of you. And what's funny is that he's actually right.
Yeah.
Because they were both poisoned.
They were.
Yeah.
Just he developed an immunity to that poison. I still don't know how he did that. But
Well, just over time. Because think about it. He had become a pirate. So he was always going to be afraid that maybe somebody in his own crew would try to poison him.
Right.
So he wanted to make sure he was immune to that.
So two things. Why did he leave? I don't remember that. Why did he decide to leave?
To find his fortune, because he couldn't afford marriage.
Yeah, remember he was a farm boy.
Yes, we
Farm boy.
Farm boys. Awesome for farm boy. No, because I had started it over. We had started it again and had watched some, and when I turned it on, it was the part where they were on the boat. So I had missed the farm boy part. But
yeah,
and then
what's funny about that scene, real quick, Josh, when they're talking about him going to find his fortune. So you've got the grandson like, "Is this a kissing book?" And the grandfather's wait. And so he starts reading again, and he's like, Wesley didn't have enough for marriage, so he was going to go and find his fortune. Buttercup was real broken up, and the grandson's like, "I don't believe this."
Yeah, this little kid is so funny.
I remember looking and seeing the old school Cheetos bag in Fred Savage's room.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? The old school. What's
funny is
that scene though, sorry, I have to interrupt you.
No,
that
you're good.
scene
Bobby interrupts me all the time.
That's probably one of the best love monologues that I have ever heard, when she's like, "What if I never see you again?" And he starts telling her "Oh no, this is true, and this doesn't come often, and blah blah blah, you're gonna see me again." And I don't know, it's one of my favorite things to hear forever and ever and ever. I just love this movie and how in love they are. Oh my God.
It's great because he gives this great speech, and then all of a sudden the grandpa's like, he never made it to his destination. The Dread Pirate Roberts attacked his ship and never takes prisoners, and the grandson's like, "Well, murdered by pirates is good."
Yes, but yeah, no, I love the romance throughout this whole thing, especially in the a little bit later, where he's mad at her because he's like, "Oh, so you decided to just marry the prince? Was it the next day or 2 weeks after you found out that he was dead?"
Yeah.
But in that moment that she answers him, it turns into something super tragic, because she's like, "No, I died that day," and I'm like, yes. Oh my God.
I think his whole speech in that particular scene that you're talking about, Lily, I think is great, because he says, "Oh, I remember this farm boy. Does it pain you to hear this?" And then he starts going into the story by saying, "Oh, well, he died well, but he simply said, 'Please, I need to live.'" And the music that's playing in the background just gives you this feeling during that scene. It's a great little monologue that he gives when he's telling the story about what happened to Wesley. And then, of course, she finds out that it is, in fact, Wesley.
Yes,
right.
And see, but it
mad
happens in the most brilliant way ever, though, because right after you have this really moving and super serious scene, she throws him off the edge of the thing, and he's like, "As you wish," and she's like, "Oh no, that's
She's like, "Oh, my dear Austin."
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my
Wesley.
So she
No.
like throws herself after him, and I'm like, same.
Quick
I
question.
love it so
Quick question. Was the grandfather Wesley?
No,
I've
no, no.
always
He
heard
was
that
reading
rumor
an
that
actual
they
book.
saying- I always heard a rumor that they said that the grandfather was Wesley.
No, no, no. He was just
No?
reading the book. But
Okay.
but I do like at the end where he
says,
repeats
"As you
Wesley by
wish."
saying "as you wish" when he
That's
asks him
why
to come back
everyone
and
was
read
like,
it
"Oh,
again.
it's the grandfather. It's the grandfather."
Mhm.
The rodent still freaks me out, you guys. I don't know why we need that scene. And then how long are they in the sand trap for? And how can he see her in the sand trap? And it takes like 5 minutes to get out of the sand trap. And then, the one thing that I thought was hilarious was during that scene where the rodent, who we'll call Dixie, was attacking him. She's just standing there. She's like,
What you expect her to do?
Yeah.
Like the rodent in the head.
I mean, well, remember she's a princess.
Yeah,
She's
she's a princess, Josh.
princess. Are you kidding? If Austin was getting hurt and Lily was there, Lily would be pounding that rodent. She'd be hitting it over the head with everything she could say. You don't touch her, Austin.
You know, I do like that after all of that scene with the rodent stuff, when they come out of the fire swamp and Humperdinck is waiting for them,
Yeah.
where he's telling him to surrender, and Wesley's like, "Oh, you wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept." You know, and but you see him like threatening him. He's like, "For the last time, surrender," and he's like, "Death, farce!" And all of a sudden, Buttercup's like, "Do you promise not to hurt him?" And then both of them, what was that?
Yeah. Wesley's like, wait, I was about to like fight for you. What are you doing?
Oh,
But then at the same time, like I love that Buttercup is just so naive though, that she's like, please,
Yes.
you're not gonna hurt him, right? And he's like,
Oh,
no,
Mary.
of course not. And then he's like, as soon as we're out of here, make sure that you kill him. I'm like,
and of
"No."
course, Wesley, because he's lived life now. I mean, as a pirate, you know, he's lived life. You know, when what's his name? Count Rugen turns around and says, "Oh, well, let's get you back to your ship." He's like, "We're men of action. Lies
Yeah.
don't." What was he said? Something about lies that they don't honor us or something like that. And he's like, "Yeah, well spoken, sir." And he's like acknowledging, "Okay, I know you're lying to me."
Yeah.
Here's
He's
some
like,
trivia.
"I ain't lying."
Did you guys notice at the end, you know, when Andre brings the horses? And first of all, this is a two-part thing. Number one, where he says, "Hello, lady," and Robin Wright Penn is so happy to see him. And like she's just like smitten. It's so funny. And then she jumps down onto the horse and they're riding away. That's not Andre. It's a stunt double.
I believe
And
that.
you can kind of see that he looks different.
There we go. Thank you, caveat. Lies don't become us. That's what he said.
Mhm.
But yeah, hello, lady. Charlie said, hello,
What
lady.
else you got? What else you got, Josh?
Oh God, there's so much. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just we haven't even talked about Manny Patinkin's character. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh,
Okay,
that is
so-
such a good scene where they're
Yes,
fighting.
so his monologue when he's telling the story of what happened to his father.
Yeah,
That's another scene I think that is fantastic. So
Mhm.
the scene where he's telling what happened to his father and the scene where Wesley's telling what happened to him on the ship, when he's telling Buttercup, of course, as the pirate Roberts, you know, I
Yeah.
love those two scenes. But yeah, when Inigo's telling his story
yes.
and the music's playing in the background, you know, I think it's just it's one of those that gets you. How could you not feel it when, especially when he's like, the six-fingered man came back and he slashed him through the heart, you know, and
Yep.
it's just like, oh man, yeah, you're getting into this story, and then when he gets to the end of that and he's like, I will go up to the six-fingered man and say, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father.
Yes, I mean,
Prepare to die.
and then you actually get to see him do that and,
Yep.
and carry that through. So I think that's awesome because it's a setup and it's a payoff.
I love when he's trying to break the door down and he's going back, and then Andre puts down Carrie Ellis. I think he grabs him and just kicks it.
But I love that scene though when he's about to fight Wesley and he's on the cliff and he's like, "Can you like, I don't know, maybe hurry it up a little bit?" He's like, "Could you like not distract me? This is harder than it looks." And he's
No, he
like,
goes,
"Well,
I don't mean to be rude.
yeah, I don't mean to be
This is a lot harder than it looks."
yeah." And he's like, "Well, I could throw you a rope." And he's like, "Yeah, but he's like, but you wouldn't trust me." He's like, "No, I wouldn't." Like, I love that whole thing. He's like, "Let's hurry the whole thing up." He's like, I really, but I
great.
love how they get to know each other when he's letting Wesley kind of rest a little bit. And then he tells him, he's like, "Yeah, you're kind of a cool guy. I would hate to kill you." And he's like, "Yeah, you're a cool guy too. I would hate to die." And then they have like their sword fight. And then I love how in the middle of that, both of them are like, "Yeah, but I know something you don't, that I'm actually not left-handed." Both of them do that. And I'm like, what? Like, that's just so funny. I love
so
that
good.
scene. It's so good.
What makes that funny is because what's his name? Inigo is like, he's telling Vicini, "Well, I'm gonna have to do him left-handed because I just won't get any pleasure out of this." You know?
And they both went with like the same tactic. I love that.
But you know, you talk about how they got to know each other. That he does the same thing with Andre the Giant too, with Fezzik.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because like Fezzik's sitting there, he's like punching at him. He's like, "Why do you wear a mask? Were you burned by acid or something like that?" You know?
But what I love though is that they kind of show you their characters so that you know that by the end they're going to be the good guys, because you see how Inigo fights him and he's got like his honor. He waits for him to rest a little bit. And then the same when he goes up with Andre the Giant, how he also is like, "Yeah, I could have just like taken you by surprise and killed you, but we're going to do this the honorable way." And he's like, "Well, are we going to lay down our weapons? Because you're still kind of at a like a big disadvantage for me."
And then when he's grabbing him, he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Are you just fooling with me or what?"
Yeah, so I love those scenes, how they show you how they still have like honor even though they just finished kidnapping like Princess Buttercup, but how they're gonna be kind of like the good guys at the end, and you see kind of like the choices and that make the kind of men that they are versus like your true villains too. When you start getting to know like Prince Humperdinck and like the Six Finger guy and how they're just like evil dudes.
Yeah. Because they were good dudes. They just did it for money. They're like, "I just need a job." That was the thing. They weren't down to kill Buttercup.
No.
Mhm. No.
But yeah, I thought they're great characters. And then when you see them all joining forces at the end, I mean, it's a great scene. And of course, you have the scene where Wesley, you know, he's lost all his strength and whatnot, and so they give him the miracle pill, which that miracle scene is another thing that's hilarious.
Scene is hilarious.
I mean, that scene with Billy Crystal and Carol Kane is great.
Oh,
Liar!
doesn't she say
I love
this,
that scene.
she's like, "I'm through with you," and he's like, "These have been the best years of your life." Or
Yeah.
something.
He's
I
all
love
like,
it. He's like, "Get
Yeah.
back, witch!
"Yeah,
I'm not a
not
witch. I'm your wife."
I love that scene. They're so funny. He's like, "Liar!" He's like calling him out on it because he's like, no. He didn't say true love. He said to blame.
Which means the bluff. You were probably playing cards and he cheated.
Yeah. He's like, "What? Did he owe you money? That's why you want to bring him back? Like, what's going on?"
Oh, I love it. Like right before that, where he says, "I've only worked that little for a noble cause," and Inigo's like, "Oh, this is noble. His wife is dying. His children are on the verge of starvation." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't believe that." And he's like, "All right, I need him to help avenge my father who was murdered 20 years ago. Your first story was better."
Yeah, that scene was good. And then when they're like taking him away too, and they're like, "Do you think this will work?" Well, it would take a miracle.
And then when they give him the miracle pill, so like he's got no energy, and they're sitting there on the wall, and you know, and he wiggles the finger, and Andre's like, "You just wiggled your finger. That's wonderful."
You just, yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I've always been a quick healer." What else? Anything else, Josh?
Nope, I'm good.
All right,
We've all been talking, so go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Let me just throw a couple quick thoughts out there. Like I said, I think this is a movie that's perfect for any age group. Anybody could like this. You could go on a date. You could have a good time with this one. And obviously, looking at us, we all have different experiences with this movie. And there's a little something in it for all of us. And we all like it for different reasons. And that's very much the case of what the grandfather tells the kid when he's like, well, is it any good, the book? And he's like, yeah, it's got fencing, fighting, giants, chases, true love, miracles, all that. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. And yeah, when you watch it, it looks a little dated in certain parts, but that's part of the joy of it. No, dated, like you could tell it's a lower budget film. It's not a big blockbuster or anything like that. Yet, I think that adds to the charm of this movie. It is very well written, and the characters are just a lot of fun. This is one of those movies that you can just sit down and have a good time with
the family.
Yes, the entire family can sit down and watch this one. And I think, Lily, you pointed out how there's not many people that are going to say they didn't like this, and that actually brings me up to the Critic List scores. So let me pull that up here. If you look over on Critic List right now, it's sitting with a 92% with 102 votes.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is definitely a solid ranking that you've got here. It's at a most excellent. Let's look at some of the scores here. The Good Looking Guy Was Good, gave it a 95%. Where's Napper 19s?
I have not. I got to do it. I've been bad about this.
Yeah, I know you didn't do it.
I will give it a 97%. Most excellent.
All right. Dixie gave it a 94%. He puts the clip on there. When I was your age, television was called books, that the grandpa says. And I think that's a great line that the grandpa gives. Bob Rogers, a friend of the show, usually can't catch us live, but does watch the replay, gave it a 90%. Meister, 98%. So yeah, this is really high. I'm looking through this 100%, 100%, 85%, 100%. I don't see anything lower than that. Here's somebody that gave it a rad 70%. That is inconceivable right there.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, pretty much everybody's giving this thing a most excellent.
Probably Blaine. Blaine probably.
No, it wasn't Blaine.
I don't think I've actually reviewed this one, but I think I would probably give it like 100%.
Yeah, this is one of those that it's hard not to give it that high of a score because it is just such a fun movie from start to finish. It's excellent. Great music, great acting. The story's good. Again, the grandson and the grandpa constantly interrupting the story. It's a lot of fun. Or I should say the grandson interrupting the story, and then the grandfather's like, okay, no more interruptions. Let's
no more what was the grandfather's name? That was
it's Peter Falk.
Yes.
So yeah, and he was great in that movie. So
yeah.
So,
I love how by the end of it, though, he like stops it when they're about to kiss, and he's like, "Oh, you don't want to know about this ending. It's just more kissing." Yeah, and he's like, "No, it's okay.
He's like, I don't mind so much. Yeah,
I'll be kissing Winnie soon on Wonder Years. I can understand now."
So Wonder, he would have already been on Wonder Years by the time this came out, I think.
No.
Well, hold on.
I think Wonder Years came out a year later, 88.
All right. I'm just curious.
Was I right?
Wonder Years, in 1988. So, yeah, he did. Yeah. So he did the Princess Bride first.
This probably actually helped push him to Wonder Years, maybe.
19 what?
88.
Yeah. Yeah, because, the Wonder Years came out in 88, and this came out in 87, right?
Yeah. Correct.
So Fred Savage was in this one first.
And there's
a thing, Bob. Go ahead. And I was going to say there are a lot of familiar faces through this movie.
It is. It's interesting because 87 it came out, and what happened with Andre in the wrestling world, he became a bad guy, and he was so good in this. So it was kind of interesting. But I think they filmed this in 86, probably.
Probably. And of course, this was the late Rob Reiner's film. This was definitely one of his best movies.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he made some really good ones, and this one he was at the top of his game with this one. So a great movie. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
And I'm surprised there's still some people that have not seen it. I have some friends who haven't seen it, and I'm like, how do you not like? How is this not on your radar? What do you mean you haven't seen this movie? Like it genuinely shocks me when people tell me they haven't seen this movie.
Yeah, it is a little shocking because it's been around so long and people seem to love it so much. But yeah, this is a good one and it's worth checking out.
But you know what I really like about it, though, that you're talking that it's not like a big budget movie or whatever, but that's what kind of adds to the charm. But
Yes.
even then, like all of their costumes look so good, though. Like that's what I was
Yes.
kind of paying attention to, that
Agree.
everybody's costumes, that everybody actually looks like they're living in the shoes that they're wearing and the clothes that they're wearing. And of course, I love all of Buttercup's like pretty little dresses. And then of course, like Prince Humperdinck in his like royal garb and all that stuff. But they all look really, really good. So I don't know if maybe a lot of that budget went to making it look a little bit more legit in that aspect too.
Yeah,
But,
you can tell they definitely put the budget to good use.
Yeah, they really did.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I think that's what kind of makes it better, though, is that it's a little bit like with the big rodents. like they look ridiculous, but that's what adds to what's fun about it.
Or the eels. The eels look ridiculous
the eels
too.
too.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff looks ridiculous, but you watch it and you're like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous, but I love every second of it.
But it works. It works in for two reasons. One, because like we said, it adds to the charm. But because he's reading a book to his grandson, it feels like it fits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would be like something that the grandson's probably like imagining in his head.
Yes.
So it would be like his version of what this story is according to the grandson. So that's kind of, yeah, that would kind of make sense. But yeah, no, I love this movie. It's so good.
Absolutely.
Very
And then
Great
like the end too, where like Wesley still can't move or anything, and he's about to fight Prince Humperdinck, and he starts telling him like to the death, and he's like, no, to the pain, and he's like, I'm not familiar with that. What do you mean? He starts telling him like all this savage stuff, and I'm like, wow.
I love the part at the end there when she's got the knife and she's like, got it right here. And he turns, he's in the bed and he's like, don't ruin them. And she goes,
Yeah.
oh, my Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh, why aren't you moving? Mwah, mwah.
And what's funny is while that scene's happening, you have the scene with Inigo and the Six-Fingered Man
Yes.
happening at the same time. And that is such a satisfying payoff when he kills Count Rugen.
Oh,
Mhm.
so good. So good. Great choice, Bobo. Great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Any final
definitely.
thoughts on this one?
Great. One of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, one of the greatest movies of all time. One of the greatest love stories of all time.
Yes. And it's my
Second
new
only to
number
my best friend's
No.
wedding. Right, Josh?
one. I made a mistake. I'm going to copy you. I made a mistake.
You're
I-
never gonna live that down, Josh. Never.
No.
Just like like Blaine is never going to live down Jaws. You're not going to live that one down because you did it. I did it to be different.
Yes, I did.